Swiggity swag, what's in the bag? Jay here, bringing you guys my review, analysis, breakdown, whatever you want to call it, of my UCL team for Season 2. If you guys didn't already know, Season 2 has officially started. If you guys want to keep up with the Season 2 news and any UCL news, go follow the UCL Twitter. It will be linked in the video description below at UCL Official and all that good stuff. And be sure to follow everybody who is in the UCL this season. But this video is going to be discussing my Season 2 picks. And I guess we should just start with talking about Season 1. First of all, my Season 1 picks were kind of weird and off the wall because I didn't really know what I was doing. It was my first time in a draft league, and I was basically just picking Pokemon that I like. Hence why I picked Sylveon as the first overall OU draft pick when I should have probably picked Landorus or something a little bit better, but I picked Sylveon, and I was just like, yeah, Sylveon. I didn't want anyone to take Sylveon away from me, and people were like, man, Jay, no one's going to take Sylveon away from you, but I feel like someone was going to take Sylveon away from me because I had first pick, which meant that like the first go round I had the first pick, but then the second go round for OU I had the last pick. So I feel like Sylveon would have been taken at least by then because it is a bulky fairy type, yada yada yada. But I don't know, my draft last season was kind of weird. I went 6 and 9 in the season, I think, and that's just because like there were instances where I played badly, and then there were other times where I played super well. But I don't know, I guess I don't know, I like my draft this season way more than last season. Even though I did get sniped a couple of times this season, I still like my draft. And I'm going to go over that with you guys, but I hope you guys do enjoy this video. If you guys do, hit that like button down below to show your support, and let me know down in the comment section below what do you guys think of my draft for this season. And let's just hope we do well this season because videos or battles start on July 16th. So that is a Saturday. All the first battles will be going up on that day, so stay tuned. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this discussion, review, analysis, breakdown, whatever you want to call it, video. So my first OU draft pick was Scizor, which I did claim to be my mega. So first draft pick was Mega Scizor, and I drafted this mainly because Joey had Black Kyurem and I needed an answer to Black Kyurem, and Scizor just seemed like the go-to Pokemon for that because it's a steel type, it has bullet punch, does a lot of damage, especially when it's mega, and you know, that's really about it. I just needed something to handle Joey's Black Kyurem, and I think Nips ended up drafting Weavile as well, so I could deal with Weavile and Black Kyurem. I think I was number 4 on the OU list, so I think the first 3 people picked Pokemon, and I picked Scizor, which counters pretty much all of those Pokemon, which is good. Because I have an answer for them, but then I don't really have an answer for other people, but that's perfectly fine though. I just needed something to handle Joey's Kyurem before everything else got taken, because you know everybody is scared of Black Kyurem, and then the fact that it's in Joey's hands, you know, we needed an answer, and my answer is Mega Scizor. Mega Scizor, or Scizor in general, is a very versatile Pokemon. Even though people might not think it, it really is, to be completely honest with you guys. It could be a physical attacker, it could be a bulky attacker, it can run a defensive Scizor with defog if you really want to. It's just a really good Pokemon. So we got ourselves a very powerful physical attacker along with a defogger all in one, and it's and we can run the Mega Stone on it if we wanted to. If we don't need to, we can run like leftovers, Okaberry, just to satisfy or not satisfy, but just to help it with its fire weakness because it's quad weak to fire. And you know, we can just run so many different things on Scizor, and we can just run so many different types of Scizor, and I definitely like that about this Pokemon, and I'm definitely glad that I drafted this for my first pick. And yeah, that's it for Scizor. So my second OU pick was Heatran, and I picked Heatran mainly because, well, one, Victini was taken. I really wanted Victini this season because Victini did so well last season. It's a super versatile Pokemon as well. V-Create hits stupid hard. If you choice band it, I don't know if anything's gonna live it unless it like quad resists and then something else. I don't know. It's crazy strong. Victini is just a crazy strong Pokemon, but I went ahead and picked up Heatran because it was there. Victini wasn't there. I needed a fire resist or immunity, which Heatran is a fire immunity with its ability Flash Fire. It sets up Stealth Rocks, is bulky. You can run a bulky special attacker as well. It does get access to Magma Storm, which I do believe traps them in battle so they can't switch, which is really good. Especially if you trap something that can't deal with Heatran, then that's basically a free KO, you know? That's really cool. I definitely like it. Or you just get free damage, rather. I'm not necessarily sure how I'm going to use this Heatran. I just picked it up because I needed something to help out with Scizor's quad fire weakness, and this is definitely the answer for that. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm more happy about getting Heatran than like Victini, because I really wanted Victini, but Heatran is not a bad Pokemon at all. You know, Lava Plume, Toxic, you know, Burn, yada yada yada. You can run Protect. I can run Air Balloon if I wanted to on this thing. It does have a quad weakness to fire, not fire. It has a quad weakness to ground, excuse me, which does suck a lot, but that's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. I have answers for that, and it's also weak to water, but I also have an answer for that as well. So Heatran was a really good pick, solid pick. I like it. I don't know. I just again, I picked it because it was a fire type. It has a fire immunity, and it's just a good Pokemon overall, so that's why I picked it. And my third OU draft pick was Gliscor, and I picked Gliscor because one, Heatran is quad weak to ground, Gliscor is immune to ground, why not? Two, Poison Heal is probably the most annoying thing to deal with when it comes to Gliscor, because it just constantly heals, and it just constantly heals. It's ridiculous. It gets Roost as well, and then not only that, but if you're running Poison Heal with Toxic Orb, then you can run Facade on this thing, which Facade would be doing mad damage. This is a great physically defensive Pokemon. It has decent speed, decent attack stat as well. It gets Sword Stance, so if you want to run a Sword Stance set, you can. If you want to run just a bulky physically defensive Gliscor, you can. It's just a really good Pokemon overall. I felt like, you know, it just handled Heatran's quad ground weakness really well, and I don't know, I just picked Gliscor. I'm honestly, one other reason why I picked it was because, like, I didn't want to deal with Gliscor, to be honest with you, because every time I have to deal with this thing, it's just the most annoying thing ever. Unless you Ice Beam it or like Hydro Pump, Scald it, something like that, it doesn't die. So I needed this thing on my team, and I mean, I think it's a pretty good fit on my team. I'm not necessarily sure how many times I'm gonna bring it in the season or how many times I'm gonna actually need this, but hey, it's a good Pokemon. We got it, and I like it. So that's it for OU. Now moving on to the UU picks. My first UU pick, I would have chose Sylveon, but I was just like, well, I'm number 4 in UU again, so I'm thinking, well, I need something on my team that can handle water types, because right now a Hydro Pump, Scald, whatever will handle Gliscor and Heatran. So I went ahead and picked up Suicune. I picked up Suicune right then and there because I knew that if I let Suicune pass me by, somebody else was gonna pick it, and I couldn't let anyone else get it. It's Suicune, Milotic, there was Empoleon as well. I didn't really want Empoleon because I already had 2 other steel types on my team, so I kind of was just like, nah, let's forget Empoleon. Vaporeon though, Vaporeon would have probably been a really good pick for me too, just because that's a water immunity because of Water Absorb, so that's really good. But I went ahead and went with Suicune just because Suicune is super bulky. Again, another annoying Pokemon to deal with. It handles the ice weakness of Gliscor, water weakness of Gliscor and Heatran. It handles the fire weakness of Scizor as well, so that's really good. And it's just a really good Pokemon overall. Resto, Chesto, Lefties, super bulky set, Calm Mind, Rest, Sleep Talk, Roar, Scald. Like, Scald is probably the big one just because I can burn my opponents, and that'd be really good for me. And yeah, I don't know, Suicune just complimented my team. It was really between Suicune and Vaporeon, either or. They were going to be really well or really good for the team. Vaporeon would have probably been a little bit better just because of wish support, but Suicune is really good as well, so that's why we picked up Suicune. So my second UU draft pick was Neato King. Now I picked Neato King because people were telling me, Jay, you need someone who can break walls. And I'm thinking, you know, well, you're right, I do, because right now I've drafted like 3 bulky Pokemon and a Scizor, which, I mean, Scizor could potentially break walls as well, but it's not fast. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, maybe Scizor would outspeed a wall because it's a wall, but you know, I needed something else. And Neato King just seems like the right Pokemon. People were telling me, you know, hey Jay, you should probably pick up Neato King. I was like, you know what, you're right. So I picked it up. It has Sheer Force, which is a very, very good ability. I can run this thing physical or special. It gives me another Fairy resist. Gives me electric immunity as well, which is really, really good. Neato King is super versatile. I mean, you could run a special one with Sludge Wave, or maybe even you wouldn't run Sludge Bomb because Sludge Wave is stronger, I think. Earth Power, Ice Beam. You can run like Flamethrower, Thunderbolt. You could just run so many different things on Neato King. You never know what it's gonna have. Well, you know it's gonna have like Earth Power and either Earth Power, Earthquake, or like Sludge Wave or something like that. You know it's gonna have that because, you know, that's stab. But then you never know if it's gonna have like Flamethrower, or if it's gonna have Thunderbolt or Ice Beam, or you just never know. And I really like it. It hits really hard, dude. Like, people underestimate Sheer Force, dude. Sheer Force Life Orb, dude, that is terrifying. Scarf, Sheer Force, that's terrifying. That is actually terrifying. So I don't know, I'm really happy with the Neato King pick, and yeah, that's why I picked it for my number 2 pick of UU. And my last pick out of UU was Azelf, or Azelf, however you want to pronounce it. Now this Pokemon is stupid fast, great physical and special attack. I picked it mainly because people were like, yo, you should pick up Azelf. You know, it's super fast. You can get up hazards, explosion, knockoff, etc., etc. A very, very versatile Pokemon. And they're right, it is really, really versatile. Again, it has 125 base attack and base special attack with 115 speed. That is kind of scary. That is really scary. Like, when Luke led off with this thing, I think Luke had it last season. Like, Azelf, you never know what this thing is gonna do. I mean, you could a Stealth Rock lead, yeah, obviously, but I mean, it's just a really good Pokemon. Super fast U-turn. You know, really, really powerful Psychic. Even Explosion, because it does get Explosion. So this is just another good Pokemon for me to have. I didn't have a Psychic type. It has Levitate, so this is another ground immunity as well. Just really good Pokemon overall, to be completely honest with you. Most of the time, I tend to run Focus Sash just because, you know, guaranteed rocks. And then after that, I'll just maybe explode or something, or even U-turn out and just save it for Death Fodder later. That's pretty much what I'm gonna probably do with Azelf. I don't know. I mean, hey Jay, you're spilling your secrets. Yeah, I know, it's okay. I mean, people know what Azelf do or anyway, so it's not like me saying what I'm gonna do changes that. So I don't know, but Azelf, really good Pokemon. I like it, and that's why I picked it. So moving on to RU, my first RU draft pick was Hitmonlee. Now, I was debating between Hitmonlee and I think Machamp, but I was like, yo, I kind of want a fast Pokemon. And Hitmonlee isn't necessarily fast, but it does get Unburdened, which once you use your held item, your speed doubles. So it doubles in speed, which is really, really good. It has a base attack of 120, base special defense of 110. It gets access to rapid spin, so I have my spinner. High jump kick is a very, very terrifying move from Hitmonlee, especially if I opt to run Reckless instead of Unburden. It gets knockoff as well, Mach Punch. So many different moves, Stone Edge. It's just a really, really good Pokemon overall. I wanted a fighting type, and again, like I said, I was either debating between Hitmonlee or Machamp or whatever, and I also wanted Hitmontop because Hitmontop is a really good spinner as well because it does get Intimidate and all that good stuff, but Hitmontop was taken, so I went ahead and just took Hitmonlee, and I don't know, I like it. I like this pick. I really, really like it. I hope I'm able to use this thing to its full potential. But I think it's a really solid pick. I think you know, if Hitmontop was taken, you know, which it was, then Hitmonlee was definitely second best, because Hitmonchan, I don't even think it's in RU. I think it's in like NU or PU, one of the two. So Hitmonlee, I like it. Great pick. And yeah. So moving on to our second RU pick. Our second RU pick was Grambo, and I picked Grambo because I wanted a fairy. I needed a fairy, and Sylveon unfortunately was taken. I didn't really want Togetic, and there were really no other fairies left in UU rather. And then RU, I was just like, you know what? Grambo seems like a really cool Pokemon, because Shady used this thing against me, I think, and this thing was annoying. First of all, it gets Intimidate. That's good. That is super good. That is super good. Second of all, it has a base attack of 120. So this is a fairy type that can do damage. That's amazing. It gets Heal Bell. So we got a cleric. That's amazing. It's awesome. Thunder Wave. It gets Roar. It just gets so many good moves, and I like that. It has a good ability and a good move pool, and it just benefits from it so well, and I like it. So again, it was super annoying fighting this thing when Shady used it last season, and it's just a really good Pokemon. I really do like it. And again, I didn't have a fairy, so I needed a fairy. Clefable was taken in OU, and you know, I didn't want to get Clefairy in like PU whatever, because I just don't want to get a Clefairy. So Grambo, super awesome Pokemon. I like it. Cannot wait to use this thing, especially like Thunder Wave, dude. Like, yo, Thunder Wave is a pain in the butt to deal with, especially if you don't have a Heal Beller or a Lumberry or anything like that, because like paralysis sucks, dude, because not only are you super slow in battle, but then you have a chance of being fully paralyzed, and if you get fully paralyzed, you're just out of luck, man. So I definitely like this pick for RU. So my third RU pick was Absol, and I chose Absol mainly because there was nothing else left. To be honest, I didn't have a dark type on my team. It's a good physical attacker, and you know, that's all. That's really about it. It's just a super good physical attacker. It has super luck, so if I want to go for that crit ratio, I can. Decent move pool. You know, get Swords Dance, knockoff. You know, play rough. Superpower. I think it gets Ice Beam as well, things like that. So if I wanted to run that, I could. And again, I only chose it because there was nothing left in RU. Like, like once it got back to me, I was like, I have nothing to choose from, so let's just take Absol, because why not? You know, let's not let anyone else get it. So that's basically why I chose Absol. So moving on to NU now, someone had pointed out that I had a gigantic weakness to Rotom Wash, and I looked at my team and I was like, you're right, because Gliscor can't handle it at all. Heatran can't handle it at all. Scizor can get Will-O-Wisp. Suicune can't handle it. Neato King can't handle it. And my other Pokemon might be able to handle it, but Hitmonlee doesn't want to get burned. Azelf might end up being dead at that point. And Grambo probably doesn't want to deal with it either, because again, Will-O-Wisp. So, and in Absol, Will-O-Wisp. So, you know, it's like yeah, I'm saying Will-O-Wisp a lot, but in there, and I have Heatran, but still, you know, I feel like I would still get burned. So I went ahead and picked up Cradily because it has Storm Drain. It's a Grass Rock type, and it handles Rotom. Like, Rotom can't do anything to Cradily. You can burn me all you want, but outside of that, I get Giga Drain and Recover. It has Recover, you guys. Like, every time I fought Cradily, it was probably the most annoying Pokemon to fight, and I'm just happy that we got it. Like, once we got to NU, I was like, I need Cradily. It's not even like I want Cradily, but I mean, I wanted Cradily because I needed Cradily, but I needed Cradily. Like, I 100% needed it, and we got it, and I was super happy. If it wasn't Cradily, it was going to be Gastrodon, because Gastrodon pretty much does what Cradily does, in a sense of it has Storm Drain and it has Recover. So it does the same thing, but I was like, you know, I have my water type on the team. I have Suicune. I need some diversity in typing. So I picked up Cradily, this was a suggestion from a viewer on Twitter. Shout out to them. And it was just I'm so happy we got Keldeos. I'm telling you, this thing is annoying. It's such an annoying Pokemon to deal with because it's just, well, I wouldn't say it's bulky, but it takes hits, it has recover, it gets Stealth Rock, Giga Drain for more recovery, you can run Toxic, you can just run so much on this stupid thing, and it's just a pain to deal with, and we have it. And so now I'm gonna be the annoying one with the Keldeos, and I'm just happy that we got Keldeos. So my second NU draft pick was Manectric, and I chose Manectric basically because I wanted a fast Volt Switcher, and well, first of all, I wanted Electivire, but Electivire was taken. And yeah, Electivire is not super duper fast, but you know, it's an electric type, and I would have loved to have it on my team, but you know, can't have nice things. So I went ahead and picked up Manectric instead because we had Electabuzz last season, but we really didn't use the Electabuzz at all. It's not fully evolved. You know, I ran Eviolite most of the time, but even then, I felt like it didn't really work out in my favor. Excuse me. So I just went ahead and chose Manectric. I could have chosen Raichu, but I honestly 100% was not even thinking about Raichu when looking at Manectric. I just completely forgot all about Raichu. But Manectric is really good. It has Lightning Rod, Static if I really need Static, but I'm probably gonna end up running Lightning Rod instead. Super fast Volt Switcher. Well, not super fast, but pretty fast, decently fast Volt Switcher. Thunderbolt, you know, Overheat, Flamethrower, standard-ish set, more or less. I don't know if I'm gonna really run anything out of the ordinary when it comes to Manectric, just because Manectric has like one job, and that's just Volt Switch. You know, if we had Mega Manectric, then that would be really good. But you know, when it comes to Manectric overall, though, it's just a really fast Volt Switcher, and I like it, so that's why I picked it. And our last pick for NU and for our entire team is Dusclops. And I chose Dusclops because, well, it's a ghost. We didn't have a ghost. It's a bulky ghost. Eviolite Dusclops is hard to deal with sometimes. Pain Split is good. It has Will-O-Wisp. I could burn things. That's really about it. Like, I could have chosen Dusknoir, but I was like, Dusclops just seems a little bit better because of Eviolite, so I chose it. And Pressure as well, dude. Pressure, people underestimate the ability Pressure, dude. Like, you start like not paying attention to the power points of your Pokemon, and Pressure will take them all away. So things like Fire Blast that usually max out at 8, like if you use 4 Fire Blasts, you're kind of boned, you know. So especially with Pressure out. So I don't know, it's a really good Pokemon. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna actually use it a lot. It's a spin blocker, so there's that as well. So if people try to Rapid Spin Hazards away, I have Dusclops to handle that, so you know, that's really good. I think Hitmontop has trouble handling Dusclops, just because I don't think, outside of like Sucker Punch and maybe Pursuit or something, like Hitmontop can't really handle Dusclops. So if they try to Rapid Spin with Hitmontop, send in Dusclops, and that's a potential Will-O-Wisp on the way to pretty much anything on their team. Who drafted Hitmontop? I think it was Patters. So you know, there's that. But yeah, that's why I drafted Dusclops. And that is it, you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, hit that like button down below to show your support. Let me know what you guys think of my draft down in the comment section below. Are you guys looking forward to the UCL Season 2? Let me know as well down in the comment section below. Be sure to follow the UCL Twitter at UCL Official for all of the news about UCL Season 2, whether it comes to updates, trades, things like that, and all that good stuff. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on Saturday for our first match, which is up against the Pittsburgh Pichus, aka Numnexus. So that should be a fun time. But yeah, I'm out of here, so see you guys next time.